Hello, I'm Steve Lentz, Mayor of Mundelein, Illinois, here to update you on a project going on near Diamond Lake and Diamond Lake Road. Take a look at this map and orient yourself a little bit. We have Lake Street or Highway 45 running generally north and south. On the map here we have Allenson Road and the intersection with 45 right there. South of that we have the intersection of 45 with Diamond Lake Road, and of course we have Bill's Pizza on that very important corner. Now, just north of that, we have two bits of properties, okay? And you'll notice that we have, if you remember, there is the commercial building. You know what? Let me show you the map right now, or the picture. Take a look. We have the commercial building on the left. That's right next to Bill's Pizza. We have the cottages in the middle. Those collectively make up one lot. And then north of that, we have another lot, which includes the apartments. Now, roughly 25,000 cars come through this intersection each day. It's an amazing amount of traffic. And very recently, the Board of Trustees voted to purchase both properties. And we're back to the map here, and you'll see that they are highlighted in blue. They encompass 516 to 614 South Lake Street. The Board of Trustees voted to purchase these. We have willing sellers in this case. And what the intent here is to take those buildings down, and you can see what it would look like if everything was removed, inclusive of the trees. Of course, not all the trees will be removed, but you can see how the view to the lake is opened up dramatically. In fact, we have 400 feet of street frontage and 260 feet of lakefront just on these two properties combined alone. Of course, the view from the street will include a portion of the rear of Bill's Pizza, especially as you're heading south. But I think you'll agree that this is going to dramatically change the look and feel and the vibe for that entire part of town right there. There's really nothing as transformative to property values as adding a waterfront view. And we're hoping that this is going to have a huge impact. Now, of course, we're not going to just leave the property just with just a bunch of grass right there. There is some programming that we will do, and I'm going to show you a few little pictures of some concepts here. And these are just concepts. Nothing's written in stone yet. We'll hire the right designers to come in and do this upright. But we're just, our staff took a stab at this and just threw out some ideas. I'm just going to show you a few. Here's one picture of the concept that we have. You can see some trails. You can see a pier out there. A few bits of perhaps some public artwork, and from different angles you can see it's quite a nice place to go and hang out, and we're very pleased with this. Now there's a few points I want to make about this before we wrap this up. First is the cost. All of this will be done at no additional impact to taxpayers. We are going to borrow the money from our available reserves and then pay those reserves back sometime next year when we reissue capital development bonds. So again, this park will be done at no additional impact to taxpayers. Second, we have willing sellers in this case, and we're going to work very hard to relocate the tenants, all the tenants, as much as we reasonably can, relocate them to another space in Mundelein, whether it's the apartments or the commercial users. That's very important to the owners, and it's very important to us as well. Finally, whether it's a federal park or a state park or a county forest preserve or a municipal site, there is a role for government to target strategic bits of ground for use in the public's enjoyment. And the Board of Trustees and I feel that this is a great project that will greatly enhance our village, especially around that part of town, and hopefully have a great impact on property values. I hope you have found this to be very helpful. Oh, and finally, the timeline. The timeline. So the idea is for the commercial building and the cottages, those will be removed from the property sometime late this year. And then the apartments, after the folks get relocated, those will come down sometime in the early spring of 2019, with the park construction and the improvements to commence later that spring, early in the summer. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions at all, please email me, slentz at mundelein.org. And if I don't get back to you personally, it will be because I forwarded your email to someone that can answer your question. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a good day.